Hello friends, let us start our chapter Print Culture and the Modern World of 10th Class History. In the first part we already done that how first printed books come in world, and we also done the print culture of Japan and Korea. Now from here the print culture goes to Europe. So that's we will do here in this part. The print comes to Europe. It was Italian explorer Marco Polo who came in China in the year 1295. He was a great explorer and reached Italy after several years of exploration in China in the year 1295 AD. Obviously, when he back to his country Italy, when Marco Polo brought back with him the technology of woodblock printing in Italy, and this is how we see the starting of print culture also in Italy with wood blocks. What is a wood blocks? As you can see here in this picture, this is a piece of wood block. It was started in China, as we done in our last part. uh, it was the wood block is carved. As you can see here, it is carved and the picture is drawn here, which is colored by person, and a paper is put on this wooden block, and this is how when put this paper put out from this wooden block, we see the same picture drawn here. It is somewhere like the stamp seal we are using. This technology is known as wood block technology of printing. It was the merchants and the students in the university town of Italy who make popular printing culture in Italy, because they want, now they get cheaper printed copies of the matter what they want. As the demands of the book increased in Italy, the scribes or the skilled handwriters were no longer solely employed by wealthy or influential patrons, but increasingly by the booksellers as well. As you can see here, this Bible here, art is done by the person himself manually. So this is how still after coming the print culture, this type of art are using by the wealthy people. Not only the wealthy people, but there are many booksellers also who employed many skilled handwriters for this work, and more than 50 scribes often worked for one booksellers at that time in Italy. So this is how we see that how print culture comes to Europe. Before print culture, as we know, there was a handwritten manuscripts, but there are some limitations of these handwritten manuscripts. What were they? Limitations of the handwritten manuscripts. These handwritten manuscripts could not satisfy the ever increasing demands for the books, because these books are made by people themselves, and it take a lot of time for that. The copying of this book is expensive, as we done this thing in the last part also, where we see a lot of people are copying the same book by their hand, and that is why it become very expensive. Not only it is very expensive, but also a laborious and a time consuming work, as you can see here in these pictures also, that manuscripts were fragile. You can see the quality of manuscripts here. It is not easy to handle them, and could not be carried around or read easily. Quality is very bad, and this whole work is done by hand. Here you can see in this picture. This is how we keep all these scripts in two piece in between the two pieces of the wood, where we read these books either like this, or one by one we use these books like this, open it. But as we are using these books, the qualities of these manuscripts declined. So this is how it is not easy for all the people to use these types of manuscripts. As we done that, print culture come to Europe by Marco Polo. Here in Europe we see some improvement in the technology of the printing press, and the main credit goes to the person whose name was. Gutenberg developed the first non-printing press in the 1440s with a new technology. He had learned the art of the polishing stones and become a master goldsmith. As we know, he was a goldsmith, so it is easy for him to do a minor work like this. Now what he was doing is that, like, this is a frame. In this frame there are many rods of steels. He makes small letters of alphabets, each alphabets. Now he had to write down like I am Bipin. Now what he will do is that put I here, letter I here, then there is a lock is here, again put letter A and then letter M. For space put a lock here, then 5 letters of Bipin, B I P I N. So this is how a sentence is complete, and this is how he filled the whole page like this, and the page is complete. One by one the pages comes here. The pages printing this printing press is here. We cannot take the this frame, but the pages comes one by one, and we seal this thing on this page. While in the older one, what we see that it is just opposite of that. As you can see here, we the frame was keep here, and one by one we use the frame to take out the printing. It was take some more time, while here now it is easy. Here you can see, or I'll try to explain you that he keep the frame in this place. There's a screw and handle it. Platen is here. This is the frame of the machine. The plate, this one plate, he keep the plate here, and printing block placed over the printing press. As you can see, at a long handle attached to the screw. This handle was used to turn the screw and press the platen over the printing blocks that was placed on the top of the sheet of the stamp paper. Now this Gutenberg developed metal types of metal types for each of the 26 characters of the Roman alphabets and devised a way of moving them around so as to compose different words of the text. Means he can rearrange all these things one by one, and this came to be known as the movable type of printing machines. And the main thing is that it remained the basic print technology over the next 300 years. Books could now be produced much faster than earlier, and the speed is 250 sheets on one side per hour. In 1 hour, these machines can print 250 sheets. This is a picture of Gutenberg. He is the person who developed this type of printing press in Europe. We continue print culture with the print culture comes to Europe in our next part. Here in this part, that's all. Any kind of doubt and problem, you can call, send your comment to me, or you can visit to my blog also. Thank you.